Hello and welcome to Average Joe's Watch Reviews, where we take an average perspective of everyday watches. Today we have the Seiko PADI Automatic Divers 200 meter, also known as the Turtle. First, I want to show you something that you would not expect from a $400 Seiko, and that is, yes, the Loom Shots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this right next to another watch that has been on this channel and just take a look at the two. The comparison is, this is the Seiko right here in frame, and this is the mystery watch. What do you think it is? The mystery watch is indeed a $5,000 MSRP. Super Luminova. You have here Super Luminova on a $400 piece, side by side. Pretty impressive, I have to admit. I give Seiko a ton of props on this. We turn the light back on, and what is the mystery watch? It is, yes, the Omega Seamaster Planet Ocean. So, we're going to do some comparisons today, not to compare the Omega to the Seiko, but just to kind of give you guys a point of reference in regards to a couple of aspects of this watch, and to show you some of the impressiveness, but also show you some of the drawbacks that you get from a lesser price watch. So kind of give you guys a little bit of an education on why certain watches cost more than others. And let me tell you something, at a $400 price point, this is not a cheap watch in any stretch of imagination. And you are getting every bit of quality with this watch. So let's dive in, no pun intended, to this watch. First and foremost, we take a look at the crown that is at the 4 o'clock position. This is a screw-in crown, which obviously helps with water resistance and keeps the water out of the case. So we twist it until it pops out, as you see here. Okay. The first click position is going to be your day and date. So as you can see, twisting it downward, you're going to change the day of, or should I say the date, okay? Then when you turn it the opposite direction, you're going to change the day. So that is Spanish, and you can keep it that way, and it will actually each day keep it in Spanish, or it'll flip to the next day, which you see is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is blue, and Sunday is red, including Domingo for Spanish. Pretty cool. So your next position is going to be the time change. And that is very tight, feels very quality on that. And you take a look at the dial, it's a very nice blue, okay? It's, I guess you would call it a sunburst, because you've got this, you see that when you go back and forth in the light? Very nice effect, very nice, okay? Beautiful, beautiful piece. Click it in, 2 clicks in, and then you squeeze it, because there's like a little bit of a spring action there, and as you're squeezing in, you're twisting, and that will get your crown nice and tight again for the water resistance. In order to wind the watch, you have to again just unwind until it clicks out, like it just automatically comes out, and then you can just twist it just like so. Okay, very, very simple. So let's get into the bezel, because this is where I want to do a little bit of comparing and contrasting. Listen, and you're not going to be able to feel it, but it's got a little bit of a spongy feel to it. It doesn't have that solid mechanical feel that you get with the Planet Ocean. Listen to this bezel. It's a lot more solid, less spongy. It's more direct, more mechanical, more precise. But again, we're looking at a much higher price point, okay? So just want to kind of give you just a little bit of a point of reference in regards to what I'm talking about with the bezel. This is a unidirectional bezel, meaning that it's only going to go one way. And check out one of my videos. I discuss why we have unidirectional bezels, and it's actually my Planet Ocean review. I actually discussed that, so check that out. So we take a look at the second hand, and when you look at it, you see that the Superluminova dot feature is actually on the bottom of it. And we turn the light off, we see that that does glow as well, but it's on the bottom of the hand. If someone in the comments can tell me what is behind that in regards to why it wouldn't be somewhere closer to the top, please enlighten me. I would really appreciate that. So, this is not on the original band. So anybody that was thinking that all along, you're correct. This is not on the original band. Before I flip the watch over, I do want to point out that there is no anti-reflective coating. So as you can see, we can glare this out. Unlike the Omega, which has dual anti-reflective coating, which means it has coating on the back side of the crystal and the front side, you see like this bluish tint, and you can't glare it out. It just, at all angles, it's very, very crisp and clear. Again, excuse me, you're looking at price point here, and we're not comparing apples to apples there, but just again, just to give you a point of reference, no AR coating on these watches, okay? But you can do that aftermarket. Also, the crystal itself, I believe, is a mineral crystal, not sapphire. I could be wrong. Let me just take a look at the back here. Sometimes it tells you, but I think this is indeed a mineral crystal. Again, another drawback, and at this price point, you typically, it can go either way. You can go sapphire, you can go mineral. Mineral crystal is just not as scratch resistant as, again, a sapphire crystal. Okay, again, point of reference. We flip it to the back side, and we take a look at the details of the case back. And we see what looks like a tidal wave. It is indeed a Japan movement. It's a Diver 200 meter special edition PADI, which is a PADI edition. That's the PADI sign right there. Okay. PADI actually stands for a movement which I will list in the description because I can't think of it, but it's something about the Association of Divers. It's actually a it's certified by the National Association of Divers or something like that. But PADI does stand for it's an acronym for something that I'm drawing a blank on right now. But I will include that in the details below the video, so check that out. The band itself that came with this watch is another drawback, which I don't have right now. I mean, I have it in a box, but I wanted to really highlight this on the shark mesh. So, I mean, the great thing about watches is that you don't have to live with a band that you don't like. So, this wears very well on a rubber strap. I love it on the shark mesh. You might love it on another metal band. You might love it on the stock band. But you could check out one of my videos, again, in my library and check out how to change a watch strap. But, I just think that this really fits the watch very well. Beautiful watch. It's worth every penny. The blue and the red is very striking. Has that Pepsi-like appearance. And it's just a well-respected watch in the watch community. This is a watch that wears, I have a 7-inch wrist. And as you can see, it really wears well on my wrist. you won't be disappointed with this watch. Really, really, really beautiful timepiece, quality timepiece. Again, very well respected. It's a classic in the watch world. I don't want to say classic in regards to age, but this is going to be a timeless classic in the future. So you won't be disappointed. Pick one up today. Thank you very much for joining me, and have a beautiful day.